Hey DD Dancer fans. Hey guys, I haven't made a video for this channel in so long, but I wanted to make one today because I know that a lot of people on this channel are trying to make their neck look better just like me. And I found out a trick. I talked about it on my other channel, my daily channel, Rose New Blueprint 4848. And if you want to follow me on there just to see, that's daily, kind of like a daily blog, I guess, just whatever. But this channel is more geared towards skincare anyway. So this is this little yoga trick that you can do for your neck, which also stimulates your pineal gland and also gives you an uplift along the midline, triggering your kundalini to come up and just make you generally smarter and more energetic. So here it is. If you're obsessed with your falling neck like I am, first of all, I'm really into this company now. I just tried this one. This is the Sculpt Juviance, I guess. Juviance. I've already been buying this one as the restructive in the, sorry, trying to get more organized, in the pink box. The collagen boost. This is really good. I think all of their products are really good. I don't think you can go wrong. And the last thing I tried was the Sculpt one because of my neck, and it's in the white box. This is a funny little comment, but the only thing wrong with this is that being white on the counter is half the times I just can't literally find it. And I much prefer a bottle I can see, you know? And I like it when the writing isn't so gosh dang tiny that I can't read it. So I like it when the company puts things on the bottle you can read. I can't read that. There's this product I have in the shower that is ridiculous. It's got these huge letters for the name of the company, which is Feke or something, and then you can't read another thing on it. I don't know whether it's shampoo or conditioner. I literally can't read it. So, hey companies, if anybody watches this, could you please make the label so you can read what's on it? Because we like to know. I like to know. I'm one of those educated, what do you call it? The word just went out of my head. People that buy stuff, you know. I'm the, I hate it when I have brain moments like that. That is so typical. But, you know, I'm one of the typical people that buys things in the world. And so you try to cater to the women who buy all your products, and a consumer. Duh. Okay, I'm a consumer who I'm an educated consumer when I have a brain left and I want to read what's on the dang label. When I was making my power chocolates, I put everything I said very clearly because I wanted people to read it. Because I wanted them to know what they were getting when they ate my chocolate, which was made with love and super high quality ingredients. And chocolate is amazingly good for you when it's pure. And I wanted everybody to read that. I was proud of that. And so I didn't hide my ingredients. I was like, this is what's in it, guys. It's really good for you, see? And I think that technique worked. Anyway, so here's the thing. I was doing this last night, but my tongue was so gross. So I was watching this video, or I came across some picture, image, of this creepiest face you ever friggin' saw. One of the grossest faces I've ever seen. It was of Shiva, you know, who I heard was the destroyer. I don't know, it's an Indian god from India. This guy's tongue was like down to here. And he was like, ugh. It was so, his eyes were bugging out of his head. This big drooling, drippy, disgusting tongue was like down to here. And he was like, with his tongue. And then I watched this other video. That was a really gross image. And I was just like, why would people follow this? You know, I mean, I love my friends from India deeply, but I don't know. I just, you know, me and religions, I'm just like, follow your heart, you know, just keep it simple, guys. Just keep it simple. But anyway, so after that, or around the same time, I watched this really weird video that Tobias Lars had posted of this wedding ritual between some bride from like a Middle East country. I don't know. It didn't say. And then a white, probably American soldier father. I don't know if he was a soldier. I just assumed that, but husband. And the wedding was like her style wedding, her family, or there was maybe a little bit of him, but I think it was mostly her family. And they do this tribal thing where her family comes up against his family and makes a big, angry, violent show, like we're gonna kill you if you mess with our daughter. We're gonna kill you. And they were all like, and it was just horrifying. She started to cry. The bride was. But what he was saying, Tobias was posting it because he was saying this aggression, this really hostility, this raging aggression coming from her family toward the poor husband and his family, which was a frightening sight. You know, it was gross. But the tongue was constantly being stuck out. And I was like, wow. He was like, they were like, really fast and really violent. And then the husband had to join in finally and against them. And they were all against each other. And it was just like, what? And then afterwards, the men put their faces towards each other, their noses towards each other, as if they'd had a war and then they were bonding. So then you were like, oh, okay, this is about showing that you can fight but come back together. So then that's a good message. The sisters, the women did it too, but much gentler, because women don't really like doing that kind of shit, you know? But when I watched this thing with the tongue, I was like, what's that thing with the tongue? And in the yoga, you know, the lion is, you know, you open your mouth and face as wide as you can and stick your tongue out. That's the thing you do with the yoga. So I started thinking about that, and I was like, first of all, when you stick your tongue out, your sagging neck immediately goes up. Watch. See? So, and when you do that, and you know, you don't have to do it in front of everybody, but when you do that, like privately in your car, you feel it in your crotch. It comes, you feel a lift all the way at the base of your spine up. And so you're like, you feel it through up your spine, and it pulls up at the base of your spine. So you get this kind of a lift there, and it's energizing when you do that. Do it. You know, you can try this. You're on your own. It's energizing, and it stimulates the key energy, the core energy. You know. And it's creepy looking, but it's something. It's the quickest, fastest thing you can do to stimulate your energy, hoist up this sagging neck, which is, you know. Sometimes I feel my neck literally falling in front of me. I just feel it while I'm driving the car, and I'm like, oh my God, I can feel myself falling through here, you know, aging through here, and I will. Nobody's looking, you know, or I'm like, you know. And it almost feels like if you do it at the right time, it stops or reverses that downward aging process we're all stuck with. You know, so I'm saying that try it at home along with your routine, the stuff that you do for your neck, us gals, and you might find the way I have also found with using these gadgets. Two of mine broke. Some of you who watch my other channel already know this. My NUFACE broke. Shock of all shocks. I never thought this would break. And it falls on the rug, but it hits the one metal thing. And then this, of course, my sad, poor, my DERMAWAND. Oh, I'm so sorry you broke. And I haven't bought a new one yet. I need to buy another DERMAWAND. So what I was using instead was this gigundous, godforsaken, but thank God I at least have it, lift wand, which is a hell of a thing to deal with. But you gotta have your you gotta have your electric source, your electricity source, your mild electricity source. You gotta have your electric shock. So I recommend, I'm using Lift One now because the other two things broken. You gotta have something, but this whole tongue thing, along with, you know, that other stuff. I haven't done this in a while. I watch my old videos. It's funny. I'm like, wow, that's good advice. I should follow that. You know, I completely forget half the time what I said. It's the funniest thing. It's almost like vloggers go into a state. It's like the ones who really need to get online and share a message, who feel compelled to do that. It's not just, oh, you know, you're full of your ego or whatever. It's like I think the ones who need to blog, who are trying to share a message are doing it because we instinctively are reaching out to each other. We have this wonderful tool, the internet, which could be used for good or bad. Use it for good. You know, you don't have to be controlled by the internet. You don't have to be a zombie to your phone. You don't have to be a brainless, brainwashed idiot who just believes everything you read in a little screen and watches television constantly. Think your own thoughts, make your own video, and share that. That's what's good about the internet, is we can make our own video. We can get reality, real. You know, let's get real with each other. So we don't have to have just what's ever jammed into our brains by Hollywood, which is pretty much taken over by Satan or whatever, you know, just dark forces, obviously. Look, every single video, every single TV show is a vampire video. I mean, obviously vampires are running the show if every show is about vampires. Duh. You know, that makes it seem really clear and obvious. Okay, back to the neck. These two things, definitely get it. Also, just for a general super awesome night cream, Lumen. I went back to buying the night one. I've noticed that my hands have been really dry, probably because it's winter. So I'm going to try using this Sculpt thing on my hands. I want to see if I can get my hands to smooth up. I've always had old hands. You know, I've always had big floppy boobs and old hands. I just had to learn to accept it at an early age. I think I accepted aging earlier than most people because those two parts of me betrayed, you know, I mean, whatever, I was younger, but I think it betrayed my old soul or my bad genes. You know, white people get wrinklier faster than other people do. Yeah, it sucks being white sometimes. It's also got its benefits like anything, but then again, I mean, every race has good and bad. I think it's good if we blend. I don't believe in all this cleansing of races. I always wanted tanner skin. I mean, please, you know, I would love to have tan skin that just automatically tanned and looked great in a bikini. Not that I would wear a bikini, but I mean, maybe if I had ever had a good enough body. So that's what I wanted to say about the neck. Sticking out your tongue. You know, during the day. You don't even have to wait till your little session at night or in the morning, but just do it anytime, because I think it stimulates the key energy and it will bring you a lot of benefits that on a very immediate level, like immediately, I think you're going to feel this lifting and also just the energy that shoots up from the bottom of your spine up. And I think it lifts everything, along with, you know, all these gadgets. You got to have your electric gadget. Because like I said, that guy that I met who said that a mild electric current prevented oxidation and stopped rusting on these pipes. They put a mild current, which of course you got to generate that current. You got that takes energy. That's more money for the town to pay to keep those pipes from rusting. But then again, they save the money. A little bit of daily expense saves the huge big ordeal of having to uproot all those pipes and redo them. And because once they're buried, I mean, it's a big pain in the neck to take out those pipes. So to keep them from rusting, that's a miracle. A little bit of electricity. A little bit of electricity keeps you from rusting, keeps you from aging. It's a miracle, and it's true. So, I do think that this Juviance company is nice. I feel like my eye wrinkles are better, you know. But a lot of it has to do with spending time doing this and getting a good oil. I also feel like I need an oil. Lately, I need to really nourish my skin with oil and then put the electricity to it, you know? You can't go wrong with a really high-quality oil and then the electricity really getting it in there, you know? This is our miracle. This is our miracle. Guys and girls, we have little electric gadgets that help us, and this is fun. This is good. This is way better than we did have it, you know, when it was just so hard to, we have gotten so good at fighting aging. And part of that's this tongue thing. This is like a little secret. I just figured it out, and I've been working with it, and I do think it does help because it's just a physical, actual action you can physically do to lift up, which is put your insides out, you know, lift them up, expose them to the sun. Maybe do it in the sun. Get the sunshine on your tongue. That's different. But I think with the Shiva guy, the reason his tongue was so freaking long is that it's a sign of his power. You know, this long tongue. I think that big, long, gross-looking tongue, frankly, in that picture, that was just a gross picture. He supposedly, Shiva is the destroyer of the bad stuff. Maybe he destroys good and bad. I don't know. It's a really interesting religion to have this Shiva character, because that's totally different than the Christian and other religions. India is very interesting. Really interesting. So anyways, this guy with his tongue like that to me was like, see how much power I have? My tongue is down to here. And a short tongue, a little short tongue, that's a sign, too, of something. I think this thing with the tongue, it means something. I think the more you're able to stick your tongue out, sort of the more energy you can gather. So you don't have to have this super long tongue. You just need to stick it out once in a while. Like that. Just make that face. It energizes your face. It opens you up. It wakes you up. And then you stick your tongue out all as far as you can, and then it activates energy in a positive way, and I do think it gives you the neck lift. And God, dang it, that neck, that's the key there to how old you look. It's the whole thing, pretty much. I mean, you can even have more wrinkles, but if your neck is toned, you're just going to seem younger, I think. So anyways, that's my quickie video about the neck and the tongue and juvenates and electrical stimulation. Argan oil, olive oil, coconut oil, any of those nice, any blends of oils, whatever oil you love, and with some nice fragrance, really put it on your skin and use these unbroken electrical gadgets, and it will really do miracles, and on more levels. And after time, you're going to say, oh, look, my boobs are more even, or, oh, I have less bags under my eyes than I used to, or something. You're going to notice other changes. It's really, it's exciting. So get a DERMAWAND, or get a lift bar, or get one of these things. I like this small and handy. I like this because you can take it away from a plug. You can get on your bike, and you can do it. And you can read your stuff, and be on your bike, and do your facial all at once, and I like to multitask. And so I think that's a good way to start your day, and I'm going to go start my day doing that. I can't do the electrical, but I can at least, you can keep sticking your tongue out, and that is like an electrical thing. This body, or your body, is a powerhouse of information and abilities. So get in touch with them, and sticking your tongue out like that, that is weird, but it helps you activate your human powers and potential. So that's my message. I believe it's true. Give it a shot. See what happens for you. And, let me know if you feel that. And do it a lot. Don't just start once and then, if you want to, obviously. The women that want to try things will try that, because I know how women are, Anyways, guys, love you. Big kiss. Mwah. Follow my other channels. I haven't been working on Radical Roses much, but I will be. But the daily thing takes time, and my days are so flooded. Sometimes I don't get to it, and I'm like, oh my God, I have to make my video. So here's my video for Dee Dee Dancer, but I'm going to make another one for my other channel too. And thanks for subscribing. I love all you guys that like my vids and subscribe. It's really, love you too. I love you too. And have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Big kiss.